and welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen Marie and this is my channel Made by Karen Marie. It's Friday and I am working from home, which is lovely. And I thought I would spend my lunch break filming a little video for you. So I'm going to try to keep this one short and sweet to the best of my ability because I have already posted a video this week. I usually only post once a week, but it was sort of a special edition on Wednesday because if you saw that video, you will know that I am currently looking for a new sewing machine. That's really, really exciting and also very, very difficult because I am going to upgrade to a more heavy duty machine. I sew all kinds of things, but yeah, I'm looking for an upgrade because I have now had my little Fauve, which I've had for years and I love it. But I've had that service now, so it's working again. Yay! But he did say that it looks, by the wear and tear of that machine, that I need something that can handle a little more, you know, more heavy duty fabrics, but also that I sew a lot. So, oh, light just changed. Sorry about that. So yeah, I have started looking for a new machine, and on Wednesday I posted a video where I asked your opinion and some help with, yeah, some feedback on if you have any of these machines, have you had, like, what's your experience and all of that. And I'm just blown away with the feedback on that video. And, you know, first of all, I want to thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to, first of all, watch my videos. Thank you. And then share your experiences with those machines and others. And yeah, I'm really blown away with your kindness. So thank you so much. And even though some of your advice and everything sort of contradicts each other, it still helps me out a lot because it helps me kind of look for different features and all of that. So, you know, I haven't made up my mind yet. So just go back and watch that video and please do keep them coming. Your advice and comments are highly appreciated. Just, you know, putting that out there. So I have been sewing a few things lately that I'm dying to show you, but I thought that I would save those for my August makes video that's coming up in only a few weeks. I am currently cutting out the ember dress that I am sewing up in sort of a project collaboration kind of thing with the lovely Katrina from Create Something Pretty over in Australia. So that's first on my list, definitely. However, what I'm going to talk to you about today is something different, and that is sewing for a conference. So yeah, for those of you who doesn't know, and I have a few new subscribers lately, so first of all, welcome. But for those of you who don't know, I am a Norwegian research librarian. And that's pretty high up there on the nerd scale, I get it. But that also means that I have to keep on top of things. I work in a profession where I have to keep upping my skills, and I have to sort of learn new things all the time, like most of us do, but yeah, I work in a university, so I usually get to go to one international conference a year if I'm lucky. And so far I've been lucky. And this year I am going to Germany for a conference in late September. So in about a month, I'll be there. It said to me that I really want to sew something new for that conference. And I made a little list, a pretty long list of things that I want to make for that conference. I'm never going to be able to sew them all up, just putting it out there, but kind of having them as plans helps me out. So I'm going to share those with you, and I'm also going to share fabrics where I have them. It's not an autumn plans as such because I haven't finished thinking about that yet. But since it officially will be autumn by the time I'm there, these will sort of get pushed into the autumn plans if I don't get them sewn up for the conference. I hope that makes sense. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It keeps changing. I can't really do anything about it, but okay, there it is. So, first of all, the things that I have to think about for sewing for this conference. Library conferences are generally quite informal. I don't mean sweatpants and hoodies, but it's not like one of those tech conferences where everyone is in suits, you know. I'm making generalizations here now, but usually I see a lot of like jeans, tops, cardigans, shirts kind of thing, or like long skirts and tops, that kind of thing. So like very like everyday casual things, but not loungewear. So somewhere in the middle there. Yeah. I need to be like, to feel comfortable, I need to be somewhat put together, but not formal. And I need to be comfortable because these are really long and exhausting days. Meeting new people, like building my network, learning new things. My absolute favorite thing. But they are also exhausting. So I need to be comfortable. So no very tight things that keeps cutting into me while I'm sitting and stuff like that. And it needs to be things that I can wear with really comfortable shoes, like trainers. Because there's no way I am running around a university campus being on a conference in uncomfortable shoes. Life's too short. So it also needs to be something that is quite adaptable to weather, because obviously like a month ahead of time, I can't know what the weather will be, but statistics, you know, show that it's supposed to be about like maybe 19 degrees, some days warmer, some days colder, but it's like a nice late summer day would be here. You also have to be prepared for some showers or some rainy days. But yeah, sort of, yeah, it would still be counted as like a warm autumn for Norwegians. So yeah, I'm thinking that I want to bring mostly separates so that I can combine things easily. But there is one conference dinner, and that is, I mean, it's not like tails and stuff like that, but people tend to dress up a little bit more for that. So it's sort of semi-formal. I am going to be away for 4 full conference days plus 1 traveling day. So I need to kind of have a good selection of clothes that I can combine. Okay, so the things that I want to sew. Obviously, I have clothes in my closet before, so I don't really need to sew new clothes, but I just want to. So first of all, high on my priority list is something that was actually on my summer plans, but haven't managed to make up yet, and that is a new pair of jeans. And it's been a long time since I sewed up the ginger jeans. So those are the ones that I'm particularly interested in sewing up, and probably the high-waisted version with the straight leg, I think. This is the fabric that I'm going to be using. This is I think it's about a 10-ounce denim, which is usually like the lowest I'll go for real jeans. It's a stretch denim, and I got it from Rainbow Fabrics, I think. It's kind of this charcoal gray, and I don't have any jeans in this exact color now. So I think it's going to go with a lot of things, and this is why I bought it. And I bought it at the Stitch Festival. So yeah, I think this is going to be a nice pair of ginger jeans. I've made those before, but I haven't made them for a long time. So I need to be mindful of like fit on those. Okay, so those were in my summer plans. And then the sort of priority number 2, I guess, is a new shirt. And what I really am desperate to make up is this cotton poplin that I got. Sorry, it's crinkly. It's been in my stash. From Fabric Godmother. And, you know, this is the right way, obviously. And I really want to make a shirt. I think this is sort of, it's formal with the stripes, kind of looks like a man's dress shirt fabric, but then it has these really vibrant embroidered flowers on them that kind of hints to that little, you know, feminine touch in all of it. And I haven't quite made up my mind. I had it in my summer plans as the Wardrobe by Me Perfect Tunic. I have now sewn up a tester version of that, and it's good, but I am thinking I might do another hack of the Seasons of East Autumn in London shirt that I made in that Fabric Godmother viscose crepe with the sea monsters on. It's not monsters, sea animals, sea creatures on. That I shared, because I really liked that shirt hack on that shirt, so I might go for that instead. I haven't made up my mind quite yet, but this is those are the contenders for this one. So yeah, I think these would be really, really good. Number 3 is I really want to make another pair of the Puff and Pencil Peachy pants. I've made 2 of those. One ended up at in my daughter's closet because it was just slightly too small for me, and she's like one size down. And she uses that all the time, including today, I noticed. And I made one for myself, but since the sizing on that is quite like it's a pretty long stretch in the sizes on that, I sized up one size and that ended up being just slightly too big. So, but I really like that pattern, and I think it fits perfectly in the back, which is, you know, hard to do on a pair of trousers for me. So I really want to try that pattern again and make a sort of in between those 2 sizes. I don't have a fabric that I want to sew them up in, but I'm thinking I would really like a pair of like black peachy pants, because they are sort of semi-formal, and I think a black pair would be just so classic and so great for pairing with other things. So I am going to look for some fabric for those, and I hope I can find something in time. It's only a couple of weeks now, I think. Is it a couple of weeks? I think it's only a couple of weeks until I go to the sewing festival, so, you know, fingers crossed that I can find something there that I really like that would work for the peachy pants. And I also want to sew up a jersey top or 2. What I'm particularly looking for is something with a slightly like straighter sleeve, so that I can comfortably fit like a denim jacket over it. So I am thinking about either the Friday Pattern Company Dew top, which is sleeveless, but Paige Joanna, who works for Friday Pattern Company in addition to her own business, she showed a hack where she sort of hacked the Friday bateau, which is a pay what you want free pattern, onto the Dew top, and I've tried that once and it worked fine. So I'm thinking that I might do that with a sort of 3/4 length sleeve, or actually just make the Friday bateau but size up, because I have one and it is very form-fitting, and, you know, I'm not really comfortable with that. So I'm going to size up one size just to get a little more room and be comfortable. But that can still go underneath a jacket, like a denim jacket. So yeah, some jersey tops. I didn't bring fabric for that because it's just going to be a solid color anyway. So yeah. Then in my spring plans that I still haven't managed to sew up was the Maison Fauve Pilar jacket. And I love my Pilar jacket. I have one. I used Andrea's Sew Along, which is, you know, chef's kiss perfect. And yeah, I actually have fabric for that. And I bought that at the Stitch Festival from Higgs and Higgs. And this is it. I very rarely use pink, but it is all over my color chart. So I sewed up earlier this week the Wardrobe by Me Perfect Tunic in a pink. I'm going to share that in the makes. But when I bought this, it was because I thought it would be great to have a Pilar jacket in a non-blue denim because then I can actually wear them with jeans without having denim on denim, because I can't pull that off. I'm not cool enough for that. So yeah, I bought this at Higgs and Higgs for that particular purpose. And now with a loose thread. So yeah, I really want to make that up. And if I could make that up before the conference, that would be great, because it kind of goes with everything that I have. So that's on the list. And finally, I have talked about this so many times that I need to sew this dress up because it's becoming ridiculous, the amount of times that I keep mentioning it. It was in my summer plans, and it is the French Poetry Stella dress. I also got this fabric at the Stitch Festival, and it is the Cave Facet print. This is a cotton sateen. It's made for quilt backing, but I think it's just too pretty to go on the back of a quilt. So yeah, and this is wide enough to to be able to cut the full circle skirt for that Stella dress. And I think, like, if I can actually pull this off, wouldn't this be a great dress for the conference dinner? I'm just saying. I would, you would see me coming, that's for certain, because this is so vibrant, but I just think it's so cool. So, and it is the softest fabric, so it would be so comfortable as well. And I think it actually would go with that jacket on top as well. So, there's no chance that I'll be finishing all of these things. I already know that, but these are kind of my plans. And if I have a plan, I'm more likely to actually get down to it. So, first of all, as I think I said, did I say it? Yeah, I am going to be focusing on the ember dress because that needs to be done in August. And I am in the process of cutting it out. It did take me quite a long time to trace all the pattern pieces. I did trace this time, even though I had it in AO prints, because I'm very unsure about the sizing. So I am in the process of cutting that out. That will be my main priority. But after that is done, I am getting onto this list. And I mean, if it turns out that the ember dress is going to be fabulous, then I will bring that to the conference dinner. But yeah, so now I have prattled on for quite a while, but I really wanted to kind of share this with you, that I do sometimes have particular occasions that I want to sew multiple things for. And I thought this was a good example of that. And now it is time for me to get back to work. So I'm going to love you and leave you here, but I'm reminding you that please, if you have experiences with the sewing machines that I'm looking into, please do leave me a comment on how you found the different machines so that I can make a good decision on my new sewing machine. And I'm also very curious in what do you think of these patterns and fabric pairings that I've found for sewing for my conference? Want to make a guess on how many I can sew up? Yeah, so what do you think of this? Please do give me a feedback, and if you feel so inclined, please do leave me a like or follow. Yeah. Okay, have a lovely, lovely weekend, everyone. I hope you have some nice time to sew, and I'll be back soon with another video. Take care. Bye-bye.